Chris.
Wait, I need. Oh, God. Okay, so basically, I had to watch season 1 of the Vampire Diaries.
Because of me.
And it was the worst show, the worst season of any show I've ever watched.
You have to say why it's a 1 out of 10, though.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I didn't care about anything that happened. It was all terrible. And
this is what we're gonna get hate for.
We're gonna get into that in this video.
We are. I love the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, but
if you're gonna hate on someone for not liking the Vampire Diaries and saying it's the worst show ever, hate on him, not me. Also, he's gonna have sorry, I didn't mean to do it that hard. He's gonna have character development by the time we finish the series because he's on season 1. Wait, renegade.
Well, I just want to ask you, when you watched season 1, who was your favorite character?
I'm kind of like ashamed of myself for saying this, but like it was kind of Elena.
Oh my god.
And but it was like between Bonnie and Elena. Like if I'm being completely honest with myself, that's who. In season 1, my taste for characters has improved since then. I mean, I'm not talking about Bonnie. I'm talking about Elena. Because Bonnie is slays. I love her. Mm-hmm. She is the best character of the show. Sorry, I know you might not agree with that. Yet! I feel really mad at myself for thinking Elena was the best character.
Yeah, you should.
I know. I'm sorry. I was like in 6th grade when I watched it for the first time.
Okay. Well, I don't think I really liked any of the characters.
Except for Damon.
Well, he's the character I hate the least, I guess, because he seemed the only one who was actually having fun, like, at all throughout the entire show.
I wouldn't say having fun is the right word to describe it.
Well, he's like joking around and stuff, and
yeah.
he's funny sometimes.
It's because he uses jokes to hide his pain.
I didn't like how at the start he just seems like he was just being evil and he was just giving off the evil vibes for no reason. He was just like, yes, I will murder people so that I can get more vampire power.
Well, he had his humanity off at the start.
Okay.
It's okay. I understand what you're trying to say. You're a newbie. You're still learning. But I know exactly what you mean. Because, like, even though, like, I knew he had his humanity off when I watched it for the first time either, and I didn't like him for the same reasons that you are, so yeah.
I think my second favorite character, I liked Anna. Because she, for some reason, even though she was kind of like an antagonist for a lot of it, she was actually fun to watch.
Yeah, she had a personality.
Yeah, and she also had a clear goal.
Yeah.
Unlike most of the characters in this show.
Yeah,
like,
but then they just killed her.
But it was after she achieved her goal, I guess. So.
But then she died. But then did you see the part of the episode where she reunited with her mom?
I think I saw that.
Okay, good. Because like I wasn't paying attention to the screen when that happened. I was looking at my.
So yeah, those are the two characters I hated the least, and I actually kind of liked them, Damon and Anna. And then some other characters I didn't hate. Caroline is another one of them. Mm-hmm. She was kind of just vibing.
You see, this is rare because most people hate Caroline in season 1.
Interesting.
But continue saying your reason.
I just felt she was vibing and just bad stuff happens to her for no reason.
Yeah.
And she's just stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of Misa from Death Note.
Yeah.
Because she's blonde.
Yeah. But like I didn't see. Okay, so I didn't like. Okay. Oh my God, shut up, McKenna. Okay. So, when I was watching Death Note, I didn't think of Caroline with Misa, but then after finishing Death Note and then starting the Vampire Diaries again with Chris, I was like, wow, they are exactly the same. It's just that like Misa never really got to have as much character development as Caroline did, but you haven't seen Caroline's character development yet. Like you kind of saw it in the edit I showed you, but like other than that, not really.
Okay. I didn't hate Bonnie because she didn't really do much, and I guess it was cool seeing her get more of her powers.
Yes.
But she didn't really do much, as I just said. She kind of just existed for a while, and then disappeared for a while, and then came back at the end.
Yeah. They do her character dirty a lot, but she survives. And kind of. I don't know how to
kind
explain
of. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Who else did I not hate?
Well, I'm thinking. You kind of hated everyone. Oh yeah, how do you feel about the teacher?
Yeah. I like the teacher. He's cool.
Yeah.
I also kind of like Jeremy, but he just seems really stupid to me.
That is true.
Like he just goes on Bing and he's like vampires. He just searches vampires.
Wait, we have to wait, so, like speaking of like something cringy like Stefan. Like we all
I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But Jeremy is just like obsessed with vampires.
Yeah.
And it's like really it comes off kind of childish, I guess.
Yeah. But like what was I gonna say? Vicky, how do you feel about Vicky?
She was okay, I guess. I didn't really like her personality, but she just had a bunch of bad stuff happen to her and then she died.
Yeah, that was sad.
So I guess I can't really hate her.
Yeah. What about Tyler?
Tyler? Who's that? Oh, him? I hated him. He was so mean the entire time.
How do you feel about the eye thing? Like his eyes, remember they...
Oh yeah, they were different and he got like weird at the end because of the machine.
Yeah. Do you feel like there might be a reason why he acts that way though, since like they obviously hinted at him being supernatural and they confirmed
obviously
it with the eye change?
He's gonna be some supernatural creature.
Yeah. Also, his dad was too, because like, okay, so notice how the device that was supposed to affect vampires affected Tyler and his dad the exact same way. How do you feel about that?
I guess it's foreshadowing future stuff with them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, his dad is dead though, so nothing with his dad, just
that's
stuff with
true.
Tyler.
That's true.
Oh, how do you feel about the dad, Matt?
Matt,
Yeah.
the dad character.
Yeah.
He was fine, I guess. I didn't hate him.
Yeah.
That's another character
He just
I didn't hate.
he just looks like a dad.
Yeah. I really liked that he just didn't look like a high schooler at all. He was just a dad.
Yeah, but like his character isn't that bad though. So I just don't like how like I understand why this happened, but I still don't like it because it's like toxic. But he's obviously not over Elena, and I know that he told Caroline that before he got in the relationship before, but I still hated how like his girlfriend tried to comfort him. And he was like, I just need to be alone. And then she respected that. And then Elena just walked in. His ex-girlfriend Elena just walked in and then she was like, ooh. And then they hugged right in front of her. Like, do you understand like how much that probably hurts to see your boyfriend like say that like he doesn't want you to help him and then just hug his ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And they had that double date thing
Yeah.
where Elena
Yeah.
and Matt were just talking
I
with
know.
each other the entire time.
And like Stefan was just vibing in it though. Like he was just like So I always you can start. Okay, so I always that was my phone. It ran out of battery. God, what
It makes that noise when it runs out of battery.
Yes.
That's weird. I don't like that.
So you don't want a new phone anymore. Okay, anyways, but like okay. So basically, what I was gonna say was, oh no, I look worse without them on. What is wrong with mine? But basically, what I was gonna say was, so you know, I always mix up Lexa and Lexi because of the 100. But basically, so how did you feel about Lexi?
I don't remember who Lexi is.
She was Stefan's best friend. She came for one episode for his birthday, and then Damon killed her. Okay.
I kind of forgot that she died.
But
and I was like, oh, what happened to her? Where did she go? And then I was like, oh yeah, she died, I guess.
But like, okay, so this is kind of a spoiler, but like she kind of comes back a lot, but like not officially. Like she's still like dead when she comes back. I don't know how to explain it, but she does come back. But like basically like how do you like feel about her dying? Because like did you see how like she made like Stefan, like before we didn't see much of Stefan's personality, and he seemed like really like blank-faced and like sad, but then when Lexi came, like, we actually saw him like in his fun side and stuff.
Well, I like this is one problem I had with the show.
What?
I didn't care about any of the deaths.
Oh.
Because except for
Oh yeah, you told me when she died, you were like, I would have cared more if there was more of a build up to it.
Yeah. I guess the only ones that I kind of cared about.
Is it still recording audio?
Yeah.
Hey guys. It can be a black screen in this part to say.
The iPad storage do be full. I'm gonna just delete a bunch of videos.
But it's still recording audio,
Yeah.
so we can just talk to the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'll put like pictures of characters flying around or something.
Wait, so can we keep on talking
Yeah.
to it while you delete stuff? Okay, guys, so
This is a podcast now.
this is hilarious. I'm so excited to watch the edited version. So keep on saying what you were saying.
Well, I didn't care about any of the deaths except Vicky, kind of, because that was just like a worst case scenario for her where everything bad happened.
Also,
and stuff.
Jeremy's reaction to it was sad.
Also, Anna's mom, Pearl.
Yeah.
But I didn't care about Pearl. I was just sad because of Anna's
Making sure.
reaction.
Yeah. Because, like, I said this when you first watched it, but, like, Anna literally spent, like, her whole, like, maybe not her whole life, but, like, basically, like, her whole life after 1864, just trying to find her mom. And then she died. And they were literally just about to leave town. Like, it makes no sense that John Gilbert just killed her. You have to talk about John Gilbert.
John Gilbert? Oh, yeah. I really did not like him.
Nobody does.
Because he was just like the mustache twirling villain, you know?
But
Have
he
you
didn't
heard
have
that?
a mustache.
Yeah, but like that's the vibe he gave off. He was just like, oh, I'm an antagonist and I will be hated by everyone because I'm just doing bad things, you know?
Okay,
But
Chris.
at the end, he was like, with the device thing, I was like, okay, I guess he actually does have goals to have people have better lives. Isabel?
How do you feel about Isabel?
I don't know. She was kind of weird.
Okay.
I had the same opinion about her as John, except
They do be
she
Elena.
never did anything to help anyone. She kind of just was evil the entire time.
But then you saw, like, she actually cared about Alaric in a way, though. Like, he was like, I'm taking off my vervain, you can compel me.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. But, like, that was, like, the only thing we really saw of her having feelings, you know? Other than her flashbacks with Alaric.
Okay.
And then, how do you feel about, like, the whole storyline with, like, Elena's birth parents and, like, Catherine and stuff? It was really confusing the first time I watched it.
Well, the birth parents thing was kind of weird, but like...
Because, like, so, since you know, like, Elena, like, she's still technically a Gilbert, because she's John's daughter.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, she's Jeremy's cousin instead of brother. But the thing is, like, it's, like, weird, because, like, I don't know, like, you know it sounds weird about this, right? But, yeah.
Well, like, I didn't really care.
But why did you start the conversation about it?
About the birth parents thing.
You said it was kind of weird, so I just started
Well,
saying
it's
something
weird
about
because I didn't really understand why it mattered that much.
Okay. Oh, it matters because, like, do you mean, like, you don't understand why they made that a thing? It matters
Like
because they were explaining how Elena's related to Catherine.
Yeah.
And you need to talk about
Catherine?
But do you want to say stuff about Stefan before we talk about Catherine? Because Catherine came, like, last, so maybe we should talk about her last.
Okay.
So say stuff about
Well,
Stefan.
we're getting into my least favorite characters now.
But you said that Catherine was, like, the only good part of the season. You didn't
Hold on.
You
Okay,
didn't say,
the video
"We're
is back
back.
online.
Hey, guys."
I just freed up 10 gigabytes of iPad storage.
Okay. Okay, so you didn't say that she was the best part of the season. I kind of said that wrong, but you did say that like when she stabbed John and cut his fingers off, that was the best thing that happened because it was the most interesting, right?
Yeah. When Catherine showed up, that was the only thing that actually surprised me in the entire season. Like, it was like
Catherine Pierce.
It reminded me of the part where the girl in the 100 stabs Wells in the first season, remember?
Oh yeah.
It was like that to me, except it didn't surprise me as much as the girl from the 100. Or I guess it still surprised me, but it didn't like vibe with me as hard because it was literally like the last thing that happened.
Yeah.
And not just in the middle of the season where a death wouldn't just happen. And John didn't die, he just got his fingers cut off. Even though that was kind of crazy.
I mean, you don't know that he's not dead.
I'm pretty sure you told me that he's in the other seasons.
I did?
Probably.
When?
You're good at spoiling things.
I literally said nothing about him being in the other seasons. So, do you want to talk about Stefan?
Yeah. So these are my least favorite characters. We'll start with Stefan. He is a square with muscles. That is his character. He's like the boy from Twilight, except he looks like he doesn't exist. He looks like a fake person, like
CGI.
Yeah, I called him the CGI man the entire season, among other nicknames.
So wait, keep on talking.
Because he doesn't look real. He doesn't look like he actually exists. Like, he looks like a Gears of War character. Also, he had that scene, which I thought was just like, that represented all of the Vampire Diaries that I've seen so far, where he's like, I don't fit in.
He was like, I'm kind of a loner, I don't fit in.
And that was just like,
I'm not like other boys. I'm not like other vampires.
that just tells me so much about the show, because like, it's like the writers think they have characters that are like real people that people can relate to, but it's literally like a fake looking jock stereotype saying that he doesn't fit in when he plays like football and stuff, and he's like super hot, you know? It's just like the most masculine person ever created. Mm-hmm. And it's like he's saying he doesn't fit in, like, and you have all these other characters that they think are relatable, but they're just like the popular kids.
They are like the popular kids. I've thought about that.
Yeah, they're popular, but the writers think they're like the underdogs at school or something, but then they just write them as the popular kids.
Yeah, they're like, I've thought about how they're probably the popular kids a lot.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the way that the teacher called on them, and like he would be talking to pauper kids, like he talked to Matt like, you're struck, would you like to take this to like to not have your jock stereotype or something, and like Matt was like, nah, I'm okay with it, and then like Bonnie was like, I don't know, like it was like pauper people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They also had the scene like near the start where Stefan is going off on the history teacher by repeating the dates.
That was a good scene. I loved that scene.
But like, it's just like the history teacher is just saying the names of random events in history, and Stefan just repeats the dates back at him. Like, I guess the teacher is a football coach, but like that's not how you teach history, you know?
Yeah.
You don't just memorize dates of random things. But the history teacher did die, so that was cool.
Yeah, Damon was like, bruh, anytime, any place, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then he tried to kiss Elena.
Two other characters that I hated, I'm saying them together because they're the same person. Pearl and Bonnie's grandmother. They're both old women who are super serious about everything, and then they die. And I didn't like any time where either of them were on screen. They were just so serious about everything, and they didn't need to be. And I hated them, and they were boring. And yeah, that's my opinion about them. The
I
last.
disagree about like Bonnie's grandmother, but I agree with Pearl. I like Bonnie's grandmother.
Okay. Another character that I hate, the obvious one, the one I hated the
Elena.
most at the end, yeah, it's Elena. She was so boring. She never had a goal other than to keep the status quo. Yeah, Elena was just super boring. They tried to make her sympathetic by having her parents die, and it's just so dumb. Like, they're just like, oh, her parents are dead. I'm so sad. And it's like, we never get to see her parents or anything. They never show attachment to her parents or anything. It's just there so that she can be sympathetic, and then she has no personality, and she's super boring, and she has no goals throughout the entire series other than to like have a boyfriend, I guess. And that's not like related into the main vampire plot, I guess, except that the boyfriends that she wants are vampires.
Boyfriend?
Well, she's like with Damon at the end, right? That's what happened.
You're not supposed to know that. It's not like I screamed chemistry at the TV screen every time they had a scene together.
Do you have anything to say about Elena?
Wait, let me say something.
Okay.
I may hate Elena Gilbert and not like her at all, but I am a Elena fan. Team Damon.
I don't ship Elena
And that's on taste. Okay, sorry.
I don't ship Elena with anyone
Because you don't
she's
like
so
her.
boring. She doesn't fit with anyone. They just show her staring at Damon, and it's like, wow. One thing that I found interesting, even though it's not really a good thing, none of the, like, a lot of the characters, their hair or like their eyebrows just randomly change throughout the episodes.
By the characters, you mean Jeremy and Elena?
Yes, Jeremy and Elena. Jeremy has a different haircut like every episode.
And then Elena's eyebrows.
Yeah, and Elena's eyebrows even change like between scenes. And it's like, these aren't real people. I guess that's all I have to say about the characters.
Okay, so what I was gonna say was, before we got rudely interrupted.
We already talked about the Stefan saying that he doesn't fit in. I was gonna talk about that there. Because that's just like, that was the most hilarious thing in the show, other than this one moment where I wasn't even like, I don't remember the context of this, but they were showing old footage of like a guy being carried out of the
of the Salvatore. Okay, Elena.
Salvatore
Okay,
house.
so basically, so it was an episode where they were having a car wash, and Elena,
Yeah.
like the old man there, and like she gave him information on like when something, like some animal attack happened in the Salvatore boarding house. So then Elena went in the news thingy and she asked Logan if she could, and then you remember now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just showing this guy get carried out in like a stretcher because he's been attacked by an animal, and then the camera, the news camera, points over to the door, and it just shows Stefan standing there ominously, and I was like,
The standing
it's
man.
the standing man, oh my god. I just thought that was so, like, I don't know, just bad. This is kind of similar to that, but that old guy that was at the car wash, and he was like, oh, I recognize you, Stefan. And I was like, wait, so that just made me realize that they just didn't change their names
Nope.
throughout the years, even though like vampires are part of the history, so that they can easily, anyone can just research back in time, and they're like, oh, there were two brothers in the Salvatore family that were named Stefan and Damon.
Like,
And then,
remember the first party that they were at, and there was a list of the founding families,
Yeah.
and then they were both listed.
it's just like, and none of the other vampires change their names either. They just go by the same name, and it's like none of them.
Pearl, Anna.
Yeah, exactly. And none of them make any effort
Isabel.
to even disguise that they are
Catherine.
vampires.
Catherine has had the same name for like over 300 years.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh no, they're gonna find out that we're vampires. Do you have any moments from the show that you think were like funny or significant or anything?
I know that I do. I'm just thinking. there was this one scene with Damon where he was like, I'm here to eat cotton candy and steal your girl.
Yeah, there are a lot of funny things from Damon, which is
Yeah.
why he's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Or at least
But you still hate him a little
yeah,
bit.
the character that I dislike the least.
Yeah. And then there was this like, let me think. There was like there are other scenes that like I was waiting for you to see, but now I can't even remember what they were. I'm thinking. Well, one of my favorite scenes that's gonna get like it's really important in the show, and just so you know, the reason he's talking like an idiot about the show is because he hasn't finished it. No offense.
I've only watched season 1.
Yeah, but basically, and like this is like one of the most important things: the Delana dancing, Damon and Elena dancing, and like the way that he stepped in, and like they danced, you know.
I liked that one scene where Damon and Stefan were in the bar, and then they started talking like they were the other one. That was funny.
Yeah. That was great.
I liked that.
Like Damon was just like, and you're so mean.
You're so mean, Damon. You kill people. Yeah,
And
that was
then
funny.
and then he got to a point where like he was like, I can't do this anymore. Oh yeah, here's something else. Like when Damon was downstairs in the fire with the other vampires, like John literally hated Damon, and he didn't cover Damon in like any gasoline or anything around him.
He was
like,
the one spot.
Yeah, there's like nothing around him, and John literally despised him the most. Like he barely even knew the other vampires. Like.
I guess that's all the moments from the show.
Oh, there's a new season of 13 Reasons Why coming out.
I didn't finish season 3. Season 3 was so ugly for like no reason.
We can't
you know?
start ranting about 13
we can't do
Reasons
that.
Why.
Oh, do I have any predictions for the future? Tyler and his dad, well, not his dad, because his dad is dead. He burned in the fire.
And I can promise he doesn't come back at all.
He burned in the fire that somehow didn't kill Damon.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna reveal what creature he is. Is he
Didn't
a
I,
werewolf?
like-
Is he a
Didn't I
werewolf?
foreshadow you? I was literally like, Chris, Tyler just said, like, do you remember the scene where, like, Jeremy and, like, Tyler were about to get forced to fight by Tyler's dad?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, I was like, and then, like, he punched Jeremy in the face when Jeremy was being nice to him. And then Jeremy was like, what's wrong with you? And then Tyler's like, I don't know, man, I don't know. And then when he said that, there was literally a freaking moon behind him.
Yeah.
I was literally like, Chris, do you notice that? And then I've been listening to you not knowing what supernatural character he's going to turn into.
He's a werewolf.
And I'm just like, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
He is the girl from the 100.
No.
That's the supernatural creature.
He does this with every single show when there's a mystery. He's like, it's the girl from the 100.
Other predictions for the future? Catherine is gonna exist some more.
Duh.
Elena and Damon are gonna be the couple.
Yes.
Stefan is gonna be depressed.
Yes. That's correct, actually.
You don't have to say yes or
I'm
no.
not. Wait, am I not supposed to tell you?
You can if you want.
Well, you just told me you're not supposed to say yes. So what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
What are you? Did you write down your predictions?
No.
Okay. What's your other predictions? Don't just talk about David, Stefan, and Elena. Talk about Bonnie. Talk about Caroline.
Bonnie.
Talk about a lark. Bring some flavor into
Oh,
this.
you told me that Jeremy is gonna be a vampire hunter. So I guess that's one of my predictions.
Yeah.
Jeremy's gonna become a vampire hunter.
Well, like, that's not really prediction. I just told you what's gonna happen.
Well, I predict that that's gonna happen in the future.
Okay.
Bonnie is gonna be more powerful. Caroline, I don't really know what's gonna happen with her. Maybe she's just gonna be more bad stuff is gonna happen to her,
Yeah.
and she'll never have anything good happen, I guess.
How do you think your character development happens?
I don't know. I can't really predict much from
Can
season
I
1.
spoil it? Can I spoil it? Because it's not a
No.
spoiler, because
Okay,
it's gonna
fine,
happen in like 2
fine.
episodes. So, you know how being a vampire heightens your personality?
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen to Caroline to cause her personality to change?
I guess she's gonna become a time traveler.
No.
A werewolf?
No, you stupid. I literally just hinted at what it was.
Is she gonna become a robot?
That's not a thing. It might be a thing in Legacies, but not this show.
Oh, I know. She's gonna become a... No, that's stupid.
You literally just almost said it. Vampire. Stupid.
Vampires? There are vampires in this show?
Oh my gosh, I had no
Wow,
idea.
that sounds like a spoiler.
I'm just sitting like this because my stomach started hurting, but I'm still engaging in the video.
I'll like get a picture of your face and put it right here.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
I can't really predict much based on season 1.
It better be a good picture.
I'll just take a screenshot from the middle of the video.
Okay.
I can't really predict anything because nothing in this show really feels important to me. I just...
Wait, no, like, remember earlier when I asked you who you think, what type of person you thought Catherine was gonna be? Tell the video that.
Oh, she...
I had horrible eating decisions today. Karma just caught up to me.
Well, in like the past flashbacks, they showed that she was basically like manipulating both Stefan and Damon. Mm-hmm. So I guess she's gonna be like a manipulator person.
Yes.
And she seems
And she also kissed Damon.
Uh-huh.
And she's been there for 2 seconds. But like Damon thought it was Elena. So
yeah.
that's gonna cause drama.
Oh yeah. She also cut off some guy's fingers.
John.
So I guess she's gonna be pretty violent. Mm-hmm. She kind of... The vibe she's giving off is like Azula from Avatar, I guess. But I feel like she's gonna be a Vampire Diaries character and not Azula from Avatar, so...
Nobody could compare to Azula.
No. No one... I don't think... Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say about the characters was that all of them, or most of them at least, look like Vampire Diaries characters.
Well, that's
like
the show
but like they look like characters that would be in the Vampire Diaries. Like, of course they are in the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, Chris,
but,
what are you talking
but
about?
like they all look like
I don't know what you're talking about.
They all look like adults pretending to be high schoolers, you know? That are like conventionally attractive. But they're also obviously not high school age, you know? That is what Vampire Diaries characters look like.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
That is true. I was confused at first, but now I see what you mean.
Yeah, I guess I don't have any more predictions because nothing in the show...
What do you think's gonna happen with Jenna?
With Jenna?
Oh yeah, how do you feel about her?
Oh, I forgot to talk about her.
Yeah.
I didn't hate her. She seemed kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
She's like a cool aunt trope.
Yeah, and she's funny. How do you feel about her and Alark's relationship?
I don't know. Was that a thing that happened?
I cannot. It was. They literally kissed.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Nothing in the show felt like it was...
Why was that so loud?
It's because of like the... I don't know. Loud. Bye. Nothing in the show felt important to me. Because... like, even the deaths, they don't have, like, build up, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that. But things just kind of happen, and then other stuff happens. That's the plot of the show.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Welcome back. As I was saying, I did not care about anything that happened in this show. Except for a few small moments that I thought were funny, or even, like, slightly emotional.
Stefan and Damon's kind of bonding when they were playing football in the field together. That scene's gonna make you nostalgic after you finish the show.
I guess that's all I have to say. I was bored throughout pretty much the entire season.
Chris can't do TikTok dances. He's not cool like me.
My final score is a 1 out of 10. I did not like this season at all. What was your final score for this season?
Like, do you mean like how I feel about it now, or how I felt about it when I was younger?
You can do both if you want, I guess.
Well, I don't exactly remember, but like to be honest, like I didn't think it was that dramatic when I first watched it. Because I was kind of just zooming through it because I got super interested in it quickly, and I was also watching it with mommy, so we were kind of just zooming for the show, and like the only reason we were still watching it is because we found it interesting because it was after me and mommy finished Stranger Things, and like we couldn't find anything else
It's
to
like another
watch.
Netflix show.
Yeah. But like the thing is like, okay, so you can understand why our expectations were high after watching those 2 miraculous seasons, especially after seeing Sadie Sink acting, but you guys aren't ready for that conversation yet. But anyways, yeah, so we were looking for it, and like I didn't think it was that dramatic because like honestly, like we finished it and like I don't remember if like, okay, I think my opinion about it was like maybe like a 5 out of 10 when I first watched it, but now season 1 is like a 1 out of 10.
Dang.
Like I rewatched the Vampire Diaries so much, and like I remember after I finished it and I was watching it with one of my friends because I had convinced her to watch it, I was like, wow, this is extremely dramatic. But like to be honest, it still makes me really nostalgic when I look back on season 1 because like he doesn't understand, so there's no point in elaborating.
So yeah, that's McKenna's final score for the season.
But some people think season 1 is the best season.
Interesting. But we have like 11 seasons to go through to get there.
Also, this is extremely off topic, but if there is someone that's actually watching this video who really likes the TVD universe and you've seen Legacies, you have taste. If your number 1 characters of Legacies are Penelope Park and Hope Michelson. Taste! I love you if you're watching this. Penelope.
Anyways, McKenna, what shows are you watching right now? Or stuff that you've watched recently?
Atypical. Legacies, sadly. But like, to be honest, I'm only watching Legacies for Hope Michelson. But like, anyways. And I'm hoping that like Penelope and Josie will like I hope Penelope will come back. But like, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, you know why I watch Atypical.
Yeah.
And then, what else am I watching?
Right,
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.
That is what I'm watching right now. I also haven't finished Sabrina, so I guess that kind of counts, but I haven't been watching it for like a while, because like, it's not, I don't know, I just haven't watched it yet, but, and I guess I'm gonna watch the new season, 13 Reasons Why, but like, I don't know if I really want to do that. It should have stopped at season 1, but yeah.
Right now, I just finished an anime because I'm the anime man.
He is the anime. People are gonna get mad at you now. They're gonna be like, "Wow, you hated on the."
But you watch anime?
Yeah.
I watched a show called Madoka Magica. It was really good. It's on Netflix, just like the Vampire Diaries, and it's only 12 episodes, and it's actually good. So yeah. I'm also watching Sound Euphonium, which is about band, and I'm in band, so that's good.
People are really gonna hate on you now.
There's also one called Inspector, which I don't really know how to explain it, but it's good. It's like a supernatural show. And I'm watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Finally.
Taste.
I've wanted to watch that for a while. And I'm on season 3 now. It's
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna.
crazy.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it, but like I do admit that it's a good show. I just kind of like scared from the scenes I saw when I was younger, and I would see our parents watching it.
And we are currently both watching together Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, watch. Okay, we already finished this, but watch Demon Slayer and Death Note.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that in a second.
Demon Slayer is amazing.
Yeah. And we are
I
also
finished
watching.
it in a week.
I guess technically we're going to be watching season 2 of the Vampire Diaries. Those are the shows we're watching.
We are literally
together
gonna
right
watch the
now.
Vampire Diaries after this.
What was I gonna say? The next video. Yes, the next video. It's gonna be about Demon Slayer. Because that's what we just watched together.
Exactly.
This time I forced McKenna to watch that.
Yeah, but like I actually liked it though.
Yeah, you see, it took us like, what, 2 weeks to finish season 1 of the Vampire Diaries?
There wasn't even a point in that show when like I thought it was bad, like you thought the Vampire Diaries was bad. Like there was a scene where I got scared of the violence that I told you about, but like I still liked it though.
Yeah, it took me 2 weeks, that's 14 days to watch the Vampire Diaries. McKenna watched Demon Slayer in 4 days.
Yeah.
And that's 26 episodes.
Yeah. And like each of them are like an hour long. Or
Not
like
in Demon
45
Slayer.
minutes or
They're-
something.
They're like normal TV length.
What is normal TV length?
Like 30 minutes.
But like every time we check the clock, like it'd be like a new hour.
Yeah, it's because we watch like 5 episodes together
Oh,
because they all like fade into each other, which is kind of weird. But it's a good show.
Yeah.
Good show, good show.
Like I just got scared of the violence because like I'm sensitive like that for some reason. I'm sensitive like okay.
But we can talk more about Demon Slayer in the Demon Slayer video, which will come out like 6 months after this one.
Most
Because that's
likely.
how long it takes me to edit videos, I guess.
Yeah. Aren't our last videos on this account literally from the summer?
The last video that I uploaded was...
And it's gonna be summer in a few days.
It is gonna be summer.
It's been a
in few
year
days.
since then. What?
The last video that I uploaded was that lyric video of the
Cat.
song we made.
What about the cat video?
The cat... Yeah, that's from a while ago.
I missed that.
I think my hair has like gone back to that video.
They didn't get to see
It's
your
returned.
hair.
Yeah. Someday I will get a haircut again. But I am shaved now. That's different.
He's shaved.
Finally.
I look exactly the same.
So yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye.
I promise you guys, I don't always look this bad. I mean, like, I don't ever really look good, but I don't always look this bad. Like,
I'll put this at the very end of the video.
it's just that we're in quarantine, so, yeah. Also, why would you put it at the end? Put it at the start.